Alrighty. All right, we are live. Sweet. Sweet. We are live. Cool. Finally getting to do one of these in the last couple of weeks. I think we are streaming on YouTube and we are streaming on Facebook. Sweet. Sweet. Well, guys, welcome back to another show, Northwest Arkansas BMX Podcast episode of it. This is show number 17, guys. This is awesome. This is still in my first year of doing this, so glad to be doing this. Before we start the show, want to give a big shout out to our big supporters, Beer Budget BMX Podcast over there on the West Coast with Rick Carter and Mike. Always a great time listening to their podcast. All Things BMX. Always a great time listening to them. Oklahoma S Squared, awesome team here in Northwest Arkansas. Great representation of Northwest Arkansas BMX. Jones Center and Runway Bike Park, awesome place, awesome facility. Great facility for training and also great facility for the pump track here in Springdale, Arkansas. And also, last but not least, thanks to Northwest Arkansas BMX. We don't have our track just yet, but that is coming soon. Not really going to give much detail on that one, but yeah, coming soon. Wait for everyone to kind of check in. Oh yeah, Show State Nationals going on back behind me. Let's see what you got. All right. Sweet. What's up, Beer Budget? What's up? Missouri was nice. It was nice to me this year. Last year, that track was spongy. So, kind of to start off, since I haven't done a show in the last couple weeks, had some life changing stuff going on. But of course, we had a death here recently in the BMX world. Steel Wheels BMX, Oliver Ball Reed. Just a tragic thing going on. I know you don't hear deaths like this in BMX, but to me, it was very rare and very unheard of. So, yeah, just like a shout out to Steel Wheels BMX. And of course, the family of Oliver Ball Reed. Rest in peace, buddy. But everything except that, man, there's some stuff that happened like within the last 2 weeks of not doing the show, but kind of like a thing I've seen across No Holds Bar in the last couple of weeks. I guess there was a breaking in there at the Blue Ridge Nationals. Looked into that, man. Woo. Man, that's a no bueno situation, especially trying to get a Factory Dad of the Year award. I'm at $5,400 in merch at Blue Ridge Nationals. um, Man, that's wild. It's like getting to see stuff on No Holds Bar and just try to pull some source material from that. But that's wild. That's really wild. But yeah, getting back to Show Me State, man. Show Me State was actually really good this year. Um, Man, track was better than the last 2 years. Last year it was so spongy because of the snow and rain. I believe it was the week of and the week before the national happened. So yeah, it was pretty good this year. It was a bit smoother. Didn't have much problems with that. The turnout didn't really have a. I mean, they didn't have a big turnout this year. But I guess of what happened last year, of course, you had problems with the staff. You had, well, not USA BMX, like the staff of the facility. That it was just terrible all the way around. Um, Nothing wrong with USA BMX on that part. They didn't do nothing wrong. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun with the national. Of course, riders from Northwest Arkansas going up there and just taking the podiums away from everyone else. Man, we had 12 riders in, in over the 3 days of the national. Then we had 12 podiums. But out of those 12 riders, we had 22 riders out of 26, or 22 races out of 26 races that made the main, which was fantastic on how that turned out. So yeah, I was pretty excited about that. I got to watch our riders progress throughout the weekend. We have a couple riders for a Northwest Arkansas BMX shout out. Lathan Rosales from the 11 intermediate class and Cameron McCain from the 56 plus intermediate class. They are both taking first places home, representing our track here in the great Northwest Arkansas area. So great job, Lathan and Cameron. So yeah, Show Me State. Of course, Rick, I did run into your son on a couple occasions, taking photos and whatnot. So that was pretty cool seeing him out there putting down some hot laps. So for those jumping on, if you guys went to Show Me State Nationals this past weekend, let me know in the comments of how you did. Um, I know a lot of people from Sand Springs, Hardesty, Spokes, Cabot, Bonsai, Northwest Arkansas BMX. I know all those riders did very well this weekend. Some went up from novice to intermediate. Some went from intermediate to expert. I don't think I've seen the top gun jacket. Who got the top gun jackets or the open jackets? So the Show Me State Nationals. What's up, Justin? Thanks for jumping on. Of course, got to see the the Oklahoma S squared pit area this past weekend. That's cool to see at the National. Man, there was a lot of wrecks, a lot of really cool moves that I haven't seen in a while. I know one that I got to watch yesterday. I think this was in the 1720 women's expert class, round two. I think it was Emily Wells and some other chick in the 1720X girl expert, and came out of the second straight. They got tangled up off into the infield between second straight and third straight. Man, that it was a battle to the finish line. What happened? Emily O.M. Wells came back and won it all in that round. She was on to the main event, but the way that she went down, got back up, chased the other chick down, and shut the door on her on the third straight was completely epic. So I give her a big shout out on that one. Ooh, someone went to Ray's mountain bike this weekend. I still haven't been up there, man. I still need to at least plan a little trip up there. Um, yeah, I don't have much on today's show. I mean, if anyone has any cool stuff going on, um, just put it in the chat. Have any big events coming up? Put it in the chat. Let's talk about it. I know we got some other stuff coming up. Um, one of the big things that happened, I guess, a couple days ago in OKC, of course, Oklahoma famous BMX shop. What was that? Owl's Bicycles in Oklahoma City got broken into, and man, it's ridiculous. People trying to steal the biggest cool sport that you could ever get into. Just try to take it away from kids. It's ridiculous. That's cool, Justin. That's cool. I like I said, I still got to get up there. Ray's BMX, I've always seen videos of. It's always cool. At some point, I will get up there. It's just a matter of time. And sweet, yeah. So it seems like All Things BMX has a special guest, Adam Mark from Evil Alloy, um, on the All Things BMX podcast, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. They are on YouTube and Facebook. Check them out, All Things BMX. I got to be a part of their show back at the Grand Show, and they do a great thing there on their podcast. Most definitely, Justin. Most definitely. I'll definitely, like, as soon as I book my flight tickets, you'll be the first one to know that I'm coming. Of course, possibly do a All Things BMX show and Northwest Arkansas BMX podcast show up there. But it probably won't be this year, unfortunately. I got so much stuff on my event calendar. It's kind of crazy. Of course, we got our big show coming up here in August. And that one's going to be a big one. So I'll let you guys know a little bit later on the details about that, which that show is going to be epic. I'm not going to be here in the good United States without one, but it's going to be an overseas podcast show. But yeah, we got some events coming up here in May 22nd through 24th. Guy Cooper's Coop Fest, Stillwater, Oklahoma. Guys, if you've been to Dirty Fest, if you guys been to Frogtown, come to this one. This one is just like the Frogtown Dirty Fest. Guy Cooper's Coop Fest is an epic one to go to. You have the Vintage Bike Show, and also you have the Pit Bike Racing, Side Hack, 70s, 80s Cruiser. It's always a great show time on Saturday, Sunday, 1970s bike race. That was fun last year, especially in the rain. There was chain snaps all over the place. So yeah, you don't want to miss Coop Fest this year. If you, like I said, if you've been to Dirty Fest, Frogtown, make the trip over. It's worth it. It's a good time. And then of course you had the SC Mid South Ride Out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, May 29th through the 30th. That sounds like it's going to be a good time. It's hosted by God Squad's Drew Roller. So from Benton, Arkansas, coming all the way up to Tulsa for a good ride out. Like I said, it's going to be a great time. I can't personally make it, but I know the guys down there are going to put on a great show. Bentonville Bike Fest coming up June 9th through the 14th. On June 13th is the Hyperco USA BMX Straight Rhythm. Straight Rhythm, if you guys remember last year, at the end was Marshall Gerke and Jeremy Smith. So that was an epic head-to-head battle. What's up, Kerry Roller? I was just talking about the SE Mid-South Ride Out that you guys are hosting in Tulsa. So yeah, Bentonville Bike Fest. Straight Rhythm, June 13th. Don't miss it. It's going to be an epic one. I know there's going to be some heavy hitters coming. Possibly Marshall Gerke. I would love to see him come out and race that again. Brandon, I know you're registered. Come get some. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time, Brandon. You know it. I believe USA. I know USA BMX is gonna have a booth set up. We're still working on the NWA BMX booth to set up with them, so that'll be a cross collab with them. Of course, there's going to be a show at Bentonville Bike Fest. That's a guarantee. That's probably going to be a Saturday morning show, or that might be a Friday night show. I'm not sure just yet. Just clearing out some details from that. That one's going to be fun. If you guys want to race Straight Rhythm, I'll leave a link at the end of the show in the comments and sign up. I think it's like $45 to sign up. It's worth it. It's fun. All dirt, course, BMX. Carrie, are you guys coming? You and Drew coming to Bentonville Bike Fest this year? But yeah, Straight Rhythm is going to be fun this year. And then, of course, like I said earlier, the overseas road show, that would be 2 shows, August 2nd and the 10th. So, for that one, I will be looking for some guests. And hopefully I get some guests locked in before July 1st. But yeah, we're going to have 2 shows. And if you guys have tuned in the last few shows, I think it was back in December, I really gave a big shout out and announced a big event going on. That'll be the Overseas Road Show, and it will be our first show will be Osaka, Japan. Second show would be in Tokyo, Japan. So if you want to get in on the guest list for that, um, that will open up around July 1st. So of course we'll put in if we have a lot of guests, we'll put in for at least 2 guests per show, but that'll be like the max limit. But yeah, other than that, I didn't have much for today's show. Of course, still trying to recover from the Show Me State Nationals yesterday. Um, yeah, man, the numbers for the Show Me State Nationals. Friday's moto, I think, is 190. Saturday's moto is 215, and Sunday's moto 179. I think that's kind of average for what we've been seeing for the past couple of years. It's been a little bit lower than average, but hopefully we see a trend where the numbers grow and not decline. And I know I've overheard the past 2-3 months about nationals declining in numbers, and I kind of got to see that firsthand at Show Me State. There wasn't that many riders. There was not that many people in the stands too. It wasn't a packed crowd. It wasn't you see a few people in the stands and that's it. It was right there in the middle, which that's where it should. So, that's all I had on my show notes tonight. Like I said, if you guys have anything on here, if you have anything that you want to share, jump in the comments. I know there's some big events going on out west, like Dirty Fest, Frogtown. Yeah, Justin. It's a 3-year cycle. It'll bounce back. I think this is year 3 that it's kind of made its decline. So hopefully this year or next year, that number will go back up. I know there'll be a lot of stuff going on here. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this. So there were some shenanigans after the Show Me State Nationals yesterday. Yeah, Paul. I totally forgot about this, but the shenanigans that went down after the national yesterday, of course, everyone was rushing from Springfield, Missouri to Joplin, Missouri to the new bike park pump track. They just opened up recently, and we had BMXers there by the numbers. And of course, Paul Wiggins and Chad Brock and all the other Tulsa locals, they were over there. Then you had Doug Moore show up, the Ballards, Xander Russell, Kirk Young, all the cool cats here from Northwest Arkansas. They were up there after the national, and man, what a good time. Carson Moore was out there just showing up everybody, doubling everything on the pump track, man. It was a good time. It was a good time. I don't even have a picture of it, but man, it was packed. It got a little bit more packed than I hoped it would be, but Of course, you have those kids that don't ride BMX or mountain bike, and they're just out there just having fun. Um, it's almost impossible to get on the track. Yes, Paul, it was packed. Of course, that's where the UCI Pump Track World Championship qualifiers are going to be in August 15th and 16th. That's coming up quick. So, yeah, if you guys haven't been to the Momentum Bike Park in Joplin, you guys got to plan a trip, make a trip, go up there, have some fun. It's not a big pump track, but it's a fun one for sure. The post-COVID boom. Yeah, we're in the post-COVID boom. I mean, it was 2020, we had COVID. Then, of course, we saw a skyrocketing in racing. I think it was between 2022 and 2023 that boom kind of took a declining turn. So hopefully we see that inclining turn with the riders. Um, I won't actually be there at the bump track championship qualifier. I'll actually be coming back from my own vacation on those days. I mean, hopefully I make an appearance, but I don't see it very likely. So yeah, like I said, I don't have much for tonight's show. I just wanted to jump on here. Haven't jumped on here for in a couple weeks. Last night I was traveling back from Show Me State, and I was pretty tired, so I didn't want to do one of these. But here I am. I don't think I have any other news for tonight. But guys, so I actually snuck up there yesterday, up to Springfield. Of course, I only let a couple people know, and of course, make that surprise appearance. No practice, no anything. Went up there and raced in mixed open and class. Of course, straight to the main for both classes. And I took what, fourth place in mixed open and fifth place in 21-25 inner. Yeah, there was just a lot of fast cats, and I wasn't really prepared to go and race. Like I said, no practice, no time to prep. Just went up there and see what I can do. But of course, I had fun getting to see a few people, get to talk to a few people. Shocked a few people for me for not even seeing me the entire weekend. That was kind of odd for them, but yeah. Hey, when you're the Undertaker, you don't know where I'll show up. I mean, it's just like last year, I was down in Hot Springs, and I was supposed to end up at the Benton Bike Park. Well, that was closed, and of course, Bonsai BMX is doing their own volunteer work day on the track. I shoot up there. By the time I get there, everyone else was gone except I think it was me, Dave, and some other guy. I think Jonathan Young. We were there, and the newspaper showed up. So, like I said, I could be anywhere. You just don't know. And I think that's going to be more of the case for this year because my schedule's all booked with some BMX events I'm going to be showing up to. So, yeah. You never know what I can be. But, yeah. Schedule's booked for this year. And, of course, the overseas show I'm still on the fence if I'm going to be at Grand this year or not. It just all depends on how everything sets after I come back. Because I got something big in store for next year that I've only told a couple people that I would love to do. Um, yeah, it's just something I've been kind of just tossing around. I won't really announce it until probably July or um, August, but it's something big, something that I want to check off my list in the BMX world. And I think with everything I have around here, everything around here would help me. And so can't wait to announce that. I know it'll be a big thing for Northwest Arkansas BMX. Thanks, Carrie. It's always a great time to just pop in and see everybody, and then just take off, leave, and on to the next thing. So, but with that being said, like I said, this is gonna be a short show. I don't have much, of course, with stuff coming up here in Northwest Arkansas. I'm working with the Jones Center for the Jones Center Bike Fest. Right now, it is going to be the second weekend of October. So, if you guys remember last year, we had the Jones Center Bike Fest. It didn't really go that well, but the vintage bike show was great. Um, so, yeah, that's going to be, I believe, October 9th and 10th. Jones Center Bike Festival. It's not official just yet, but that's the date that we were talking about. Unfortunately, we didn't get that UCI pump track qualifier like we hoped, but that's all right. We're going to plan for the Jones Center Bike Fest and make it as big as possible. Bigger, way bigger than last year. The Vintage Bike Show, of course, we had to change the dates because of the bike show going on the weekend we were originally planning on. So, yeah, Vintage Bike Show, Swamp Meet, that's going to be a good one. Carrie, I know you and Drew was talking about try to be a vendor for that one. So let me know if you guys are still interested in doing that. Also, I was going to ask you, but I'm going to do it here on the show. So we've been tossing around some ideas for the entire weekend of that Jones Center Bike Festival. And I was wondering if you guys would be interested in doing a SE ride out on Sunday. I know you guys do the ride outs and stuff, but I think that'd be really cool if you guys showed up and did a SE ride out. And if you guys do that, I'll set everything else up. But yeah, Friday we're doing the uh, was that hyper stunt show, free barbecue. Saturday pump track race, vintage BMX show, swamp meet, all kinds of fun stuff going on Saturday. But yeah, Sunday we have an open spot if you guys want to come and do that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun event this year. But, so I guess I'm gonna jump off here. Long weekend. Can't wait to see what happens in the next few weeks. See what we got going on here. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Awesome, awesome. I'll message you a little bit later about the ride out. Can't wait for that. So, anyways, hope to see you guys next week. We won't have a show this weekend. We're gonna have a show next weekend. So, Hope to see you guys later.